Hi everyone, my name is Taylor Renwick and I am presenting to you for EDL 558 Module 2 with my initial post. Just a quick reminder that for my applied learning activities, I am observing and getting to better understand female military students. My first applied learning activity involved attending the SVA, or Student Veterans of America, conference wrap-up. This was held on Tuesday, February 2nd at 2:30 in the Military Resource Lounge. It was led by the VETS President and Treasurer, Kristen Robinson. There were about 20 attendees, 14 females and 6 males. This was a meeting to just kind of recap everything that Kristen, the member of the VETS leadership and a VA work-study student for PERCH in the Office of the Dean of Students, it was an opportunity for her to reflect and present to everybody what she had learned at the conference, major takeaways, and resources for student veterans. This is just a picture of Kristen presenting to the 20-plus audience members. So some important things that I learned from the SVA conference wrap-up was that the most important or most exciting and engaging aspect of the conference was when Kristen served on a women veterans panel. They discussed leadership on campuses, as well as how they can influence change, a woman's identity in the military, and UNCW engaging women veterans on campus. Kristen stated that she took on leadership roles not because of her gender, but because of the fact that she was just a person and a United States Marine. She was saying that being a woman in the military did not encourage her to step up. It was just the fact that she's a human and a Marine. She said that when she was on the panel, she was expecting to see a room full of women, but she was so surprised by how many men were in the room. She said during the women's veteran panel, the room was overflowing with people, more so than all of the other rooms. That indicates to me that there is truly an interest by both men and women about the women veteran experience. She talked a little bit about how women can influence change. She stated, "Women are more compassionate than men, so sometimes they are simply better leaders." She gave a little comparison when she said that men that lead in the military use force or yelling to establish leadership, but a lot of women don't, and that helps them become admired leaders in the military. So what Kristen was saying is that women in the military have the same kind of opportunities as men in terms of gaining leadership and establishing that respect. They just go about it a different way. My second applied learning activity was reading the Veteran Education and Transition Support Organization newsletter. There is a weekly newsletter that is sent out to all the veteran students as well as some non-veteran students such as myself. This newsletter can be found online if you are not a subscriber. It's on the PERCH website, and there's over 150 subscribers. Again, it's a weekly newsletter, and that includes upcoming events, scholarship information, information about the VETS meeting, and sometimes if there's a meeting that week, the newsletter will include the minutes. It also includes some announcements with basic success stories. It's a way for the veterans community on campus to streamline some of their communication, which was something that Kristen pointed out from her SVA conference is truly important when establishing a group identity on campus, that streamlined communication, that central location for resources. So some key takeaways about my population. I learned that military women and military men lead people differently, trying to establish that it is more important the service done than the service in. In other words, Kristen was saying that as veterans, they need to unite and talk about the different service and jobs that they did and worry less about, oh, I was in the Army or oh, I was a Marine, but focusing more on veterans as a whole. Also, that centralized resources are the most beneficial tools for transitioning from the military to civilian life. UNCW has UVids and the lounge. Women in the military is a growing topic of interest for both men and women. And lastly, constant communication and contact is key when engaging veteran students. And about myself, I learned that even as a non-military member, I can still benefit from learning about experiences in the military. And that is all I have for today. Thank you for listening.